Hi, my name is Maddie, and I am on a journey of weight loss, health, and financial wellness after last year when I had a baby. So, meal prep delivery service. Is that what you would call this? I don't know. I have done 2 of these videos in the past, and I honestly don't know if you guys like them because one did really well, or at least well in the scope of my channel, and one did not so well. But we are at it again because I just want to try new things, and I have been helping my mom move this past week, so like I need some quick dinners to try to keep myself accountable. My mom's already like, oh, I cooked this for you, and I'm like, damn. So on the days that maybe I'm helping and she didn't cook, we're doing this. So Hungryroot. I actually did not know that Hungryroot was like a meal prep thing. I thought that they delivered groceries. I don't know. I guess every sponsorship I've seen, they're basically bragging like, oh my God, they curate a grocery list for me. And I was like, I don't need that. Like, why am I paying extra for you to like send me something I potentially might not like? Like, I don't need that. And actually in my last video, I had someone recommend that I try Hungryroot. So I finally looked into it properly and I discovered, holy crap, they totally do meal prep. Now, normally at this point in the video, I would be overlaying some footage of me doing an unboxing. But unfortunately, with this week being a hectic week, I could not do that. I just unpacked in my fridge and I went. So you're just gonna have to trust me when I say that if anybody's ever familiar with HelloFresh, HelloFresh literally sends each recipe, each thing in its own bag, mise en place. You don't have to figure out what's where. And I really think that that's part of the convenience of these services because yes, I can cook at home. I can buy the ingredients. I will say the fact that grocery delivery is now a thing really does put these meal prep delivery services to shame. I'm sorry, but it does. You know, instead of having to go to the store and pick out every individual thing, you literally just add it to your cart and get it delivered to your house or go do a pickup order. But having said all that, it is nice when you have everything in one space, mise en place. Hungryroot was a lot like Dinnerly in that they just packed everything into one box. Furthermore, when it comes to presentation with the recipe cards, I wasn't super impressed. I haven't tried HelloFresh on the channel before, but I have tried it in my personal life. So I do have some of their recipe cards. This is what it looks like. You know, it's pretty, it's got a nice picture. Here's what it's supposed to look like. Even each step-by-step has, pictures of what things should look like, because they really want to emphasize anybody can cook this. Even if you don't cook, anyone can cook this. Dinnerly was a step down. So they have a nice picture, but then they just kind of have the steps. It's very similar to HelloFresh, but they don't have pictures of the steps. It's definitely more basic, more bare bones. It also feels like a cheaper card, but I don't know, just take care of it, maybe stick it in a binder. I have mine in a folder that has a magnet on the side of my fridge. However, the difference between Dinnerly and HelloFresh is obviously Dinnerly is much cheaper. Hungryroot, on the other hand, her prices seem a little bougie to me. I will put up on the screen what I found, but basically I don't know, Hungryroot always struck me as she fancy though. I, of course, got a pretty good discount. I think, I don't remember, but a creator that I watch had been sponsored by them. So I was like, oh sweet, I'll do that. So you saw HelloFresh's card, you saw Dinnerly's card. This is Hungryroot. So all 3 meals that I got were on this card. It does not come with its own individual card. There are no pictures. You use your imagination. And it's also really small. That's honestly, it's not even the lack of pictures. It's how small the instructions are. I want something big where I just lay it on my counter, I can glance down at it and I can see what's what. This is I feel like I'm grandma here. So already we kind of docked off points, and then I hope nobody's clicked away because God, I've been prattling on. The other thing they do is they do this weird point system where instead of you get 3 meals, you get 30 points, and maybe like a meal that has steak in it is actually worth 14 points, or a meal that's vegetarian is only worth 7. I tried to finagle it to see if I could squeeze 4 meals out of 30 points, and I could not. Technically I could get like snacks. They do like, they send like delivery services for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I opted for just dinner. But in terms of dinner, like, no, you can't squeeze that. But it was kind of annoying because at one point I had like 1 point over and I had to like go take something out and figure out something new. I didn't really care for it. It's a weird system. Having said that, all prattling aside, the stuff does look good. I am curious. And so for tonight, for meal numero uno, we will be making a blackened mahi-mahi with crispy smashed potatoes and green beans, right? Yes. And this is only 300 calories. I will throw up the other macros on the screen if I can find them. 300 calories. Like, I did not know. I've never actually had mahi-mahi before. I can't think of mahi-mahi without thinking about Bistro Huddy.
I'll take that mahi-mahi.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're actually out of the mahi-mahi.
Of course you are. Y'all always out of mahi-mahi.
And they even have fingerling potatoes.
Fingerlings go next to the russets. I have to put everything to a song to remember it.
And no more singing. Yeah.
I was shook. 300 calories. Yes, please, for dinner. We'll see how filling it is. Thank you, oven. We'll see how filling it is. I'm assuming it's not, but that's okay. When I see 300 calories, I know it's not going to be that filling, and that's okay. But apparently mahi-mahi just is very low calorie. So we are going to go ahead and cook, and we'll do a little taste test at the end. I'm excited to eat some potatoes tonight. I love potatoes. I'm something of a potato myself. Okay, let's do this. Let's cook and test out these Hungryroot recipes. Okay, so I have already found a discrepancy in this blackened mahi-mahi and crispy smashed potatoes. Now my fat ass was all excited. Oh my God, I get to eat a fish dinner and I get to eat potatoes, 300 calories. Oh my God, I should have known. It's partially my fault, I should have known. But at the same time, what the hell, Hungryroot. So upon reading the instructions closer, I was actually only supposed to add half a bag of this to boiling water. Initially I was like, this is such a small bag, what do they mean? But it is 1.5 pounds of potatoes. I guess it's just, you know, like they packed them up pretty well. They are fingerlings. So so that's one thing. I put the whole bag in there and I'm probably gonna eat the whole bag. Look at me. I mean, well, I won't eat the whole bag. I'm halving it with my husband. Numero dos is, I'm not 100% sure, but I am 90% sure that the calorie count does not account for one specific and necessary calorically dense item. Like, as in the recipe calls for it, but I don't think they're accounting for the calories. And that ingredient is olive oil. So they didn't send me olive oil. I have my own olive oil, obviously. But when it comes to the potatoes, there's 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil, or it just says oil, but I can't think of, like, If anybody knows of an oil that's less than 120 calories a tablespoon, holla at your girl. And then when it comes to the green beans, I'm also supposed to add a drizzle of oil. And when it comes to the fish, I am also supposed to cook it in a tablespoon of oil. So minimum, we're looking at a 4th cup of olive oil. Quick math, my portion of those calories for a 4th cup of olive oil is 240 calories, 480 calories total. So there's no way that this is 300 calories. They're not accounting for the oil. And that's a little annoying. And again, I feel like somebody out there would probably be like, Maddie, what do you expect? Like that's normal. I don't partake in the meal prep stuff that often. What the heck are they called? Food delivery? I don't know what they're called. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm tired, y'all. I have an infant and the mom brain is strong. Either way, like maybe that's normal, but I just like part of the whole thing is like, I don't want to have to sit here and do the math on all my calories. Part of the convenience is supposed to be when it says it's 300 calories or however much, that's how much it should be. I also, the other recipes I have are more calorically dense and I am now worried. I'm like, oh, are those going to have more calories too? And unfortunately, this will probably put me over my calories for the day. I am going to have a lighter hand with the oil. I am. But you know, yeah, I just wasn't accounting for that. I was eating today thinking my dinner would be 300 calories. You might be like, Maddie, eat less. I'm not starving. I'm not doing it. Okay, I'm sorry. It wouldn't be starving, but I would be hungry. And I'm not doing that. I feel like that's like a dangerous, slippery slope, is to like eat a meal knowing I'll be hungry at the end of it. Maybe that's controversial. But either way, let's do a little taste test. Let's see how she tastes. Try the green bean, shockingly.
Okay. Might as well season.
Yeah, it's a blackened seasoning packet. So what would you rate this overall out of 10?
It's really good, 8.5.
I'd agree, actually, 8.5. Hell yeah. I'm glad you like it. Those potatoes were a lot of effort, but they were good.
The next day.
Hello, and welcome to day 2. And today, hello, honey.
What's up? What are we cooking?
We're making shrimp tagliatelle.
Oh, tagliatelle. Yes,
No,
tagliatelles.
no.
The most tagliest of taglies.
Get out. Get out. You're fired. All right, so we are making shrimp
Tagliatelle.
tagliatelle. And then the shrimp tagliatelle, it's very similar to last night's recipe where you're not actually supposed to cook all that they send you. It's such a weird thing. I've just never experienced that. But this time I'm gonna stick with the recipe, whereas last night I definitely ate all those potatoes. Well, not all of them, you know, I ate my half. This time I am not going to, just because pasta like adds up, you know, even if it's tagliatelle. They did send the ingredients and it is like stupid simple. The Alfredo is like a pre-mix type of situation. It's already done. Apparently though, I'm supposed to eat it within 3 days of opening. So I guess I'll be having some tagliatelle another day. But yeah, this seems like stupid easy. It says that it will take 7 minutes to cook. I don't agree with that, but I'm still excited to have a quick dinner. Let's do it.
Day 3.
Wait, I almost got out of shot and I'm a little dizzy now. Welcome to the final day, not to be confused with the final countdown. Do-do-do-do. I was just gonna sing it monotoned, which I think is the way God intended. I'm just kidding. God intended the way Henry did it. It's day 3, and we are back at it again with another Hungryroot meal. Now, I was very skeptical when I saw this because so far Hungryroot has been faking me out on the portions, and this one was the most calorically dense one. It's got 540 calories, not including the oil I will need to cook with it. And it's essentially a heated up dinner. I'm not even gonna have like cute footage to go over it, I feel like, but we have rice and I can heat it up over the stove, but I'm not gonna. I may be covering it. No, I'm not. It's literally, it could be ready in 90 seconds and that's what's gonna happen. And then we have this Korean barbecue style chicken. And I am pleased to report that the instructions don't say that I can only use half of it or whatever. Apparently I can use all of it. There are 3 servings in here, 150 calories a serving. So obviously I'll be having 1.5, as will Henry. Very excited about that, literally salivating, which is good because I'm starving. But this is essentially, I'm just heating it up. So I am going to cook this really quickly, probably with Hank in tow, eat it, let you guys know how we feel about it, and then we'll get to final thoughts. I feel like these 3 days just kind of flew by. All right, let's get some food in us.
That's pretty good.
Okay, you like it? Mm-hmm. All right, now it's my turn. Sorry for this angle.
Yeah, good.
All right. It's good. I'm not getting Korean barbecue, I'm just getting barbecue, but I mean, look at me. Do I look like I've ever denied any kind of barbecue? I'm trying to get some of the rice on its own because it smelled healthy. It smelled just seedy and weird. This is what it looks like on its own. It's like a grain rice. It's fine. I get that grain aftertaste, but it's good. Alright, let's try a little chicken on its own. It's good. It's juicy since it was sous vide. The portion is a little small. I already know I'm going to need a snack later. But for something I essentially have to heat up, I think I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Yeah, I concur.
You agree? 7.5? Okay, look at that.
I go with that.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Well, we're juggling eating and little man, so I will be back later with my final thoughts. Cheers to your health. Oh, it's hot. Hungryroot.
In conclusion,
It was okay. I feel bad. Like, I don't want to disparage it because the thing about these meal kit delivery services is that, like, I'm pretty sure it's entirely possible to order some of them, be like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever, and then try some different ones and be like, oh, they were fine. So it's possible maybe I just did not order you know, good ones. I don't know. Maybe some of their meals are just a lot better. But I will say I was just so impressed with Dinnerly whenever I tried them that, you know, Hungryroot, I don't know. It just kind of paled in comparison. Part of the reason, and this could be something completely different than what you're looking for. I could say this to you and you could be like, that sounds amazing. But part of the reason I did not like Hungryroot was because 2 of the meals were essentially like not actually cooking. They were just heating it up on a pan.
The plan is, you know, we're just gonna put it together and we're gonna heat it up. We're gonna heat it up and we're gonna put it together. We're gonna put it together and we're gonna heat it up. Yeah.
And for me, when it comes to meal kit delivery services, I am usually doing it because I'm in a recipe rut. Sometimes it's weeks like this week where it was just very busy, but I'm in a recipe rut and I need like inspiration or even to like learn a new skill or something. That would be nice as well. And unfortunately, yeah, it just didn't, I don't know, it didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. In fact, the only new skill that I learned was day 1 with those crispy smashed potatoes, which were very good. I will be doing that again. Who doesn't like a crispy potato? Not this girl. This girl loves a crispy potato. Look at me. I look like I love crispy potatoes, don't I? Okay, regardless, I will say that after the experiment, I don't know, after it was over, I did make the rest of the tagliatelle. And I added broccoli because it was not a big enough portion in the slightest. And the shrimp that I personally had in my freezer were a lot bigger. I also added like some shredded parm because it turns out if you finally shred some parm, you can actually have a fair amount for not that much calories. And I salted it better. And it was like leaps and bounds better than the first time I made it when I just followed their instructions. And I wouldn't have known better the first time around, but yeah, no. Add some broccoli. I don't like having to add things though. The whole point is that I shouldn't have to add things. I shouldn't have to count calories. I am counting calories, but you count them for me and I'll put them in. And I had to do all that. So yeah, I was a little disappointed. I don't mean to disparage Hungryroot. Again, I could try it again and love it. And they do have a lot of other things. They have a lot of like curated things. They have snacks. They have all kinds of things. And so it's possible I could, like I said, I could try it or you could try it and have a completely different opinion than I did. But that is it. My son is napping, so I will not be breaking out the megaphone. But if you like this video, do the usual things. Like, comment, and subscribe because the YouTube wizards, they love that for the growth of my channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Bye.